Feeling great, bro. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man.
How about you, man, physically?
Yo, my man, listen, at my age, I'm an old head, right? So I wasn't feeling good months ago, so I had to get a colonoscopy, endoscopy, but to find I'm cancer-free and I'm good, brother, that is like, you feel me?
Yeah, you saw that stuff. You saw that stuff that Deion Sanders just went through, right?
Yo, when I got to the Lo, it's so funny. When I got to the crib, I turned on Sports Center. That's on prime time on the TV talking about this situation. I'm like,
and that was his main message right before he got off. He said, "Yo, man, please go get checked out." That's what he said.
Us as minorities, Latinos, black people, we go get ourselves checked out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm doing good, brother. I appreciate you. I love you like cook food, brother.
Always,
you know what I'm saying? Always, brother. Always, man. No, let me ask you a question. What was going on before we get into your battle? The vibes the whole night, bro. What was the vibes like in the building the whole night? What's going on? I'm from New York, man. No more battles in New York. I'm sorry. I'm a New York nigga. No more battles in NYC. But go ahead, brother. Please.
How was the T-Top event?
Damn, almost the same. I was in the same building. The T-Top.
You didn't go though, right?
No, I watched it on pay-per-view. I recapped the battle.
And it was and like the quality was pretty bad, right? For y'all?
Audio was kind of choppy. Yeah.
You know what's crazy is so that lets you know just like the sound, because T-Top was wall to wall. Like he had people in there wall to wall. So it was, so whether you had people in there or you didn't, the pay-per-view experience was still not that good. Right. And even the battles, you know what I'm saying? The battles just didn't turn out. So in the room, bro, it was a bigger room than what I thought it was gonna be. On top of that, it was not. It was probably, and I'm gonna just go off the cuff, just off the eye test. Like it was probably maybe 30 people there, bro. 30 people there, and like 30 paid, right? Like you're not even including the battlers. But here's the thing, though: the battlers aren't inside for the battles, right? Because they preparing for their own, or they outside doing interviews, or they moving around, yada yada. And so when we got there, it just, it seemed to be everybody was out. A lot of people was outside. We obviously all politicking and stuff. And I guess like the first battle, I don't know what time it started for y'all. I know it was Big K and Tink.
At 7 o'clock, sir. When it's at 2 o'clock.
So 7 o'clock. And so here's the thing. We outside now, and the first thing we hear is, yo, the mics are like, I don't know about y'all, but inside, the mics were feedbacking crazy.
We can pay-per-view also. We can hear it also.
Okay, got you. Yeah. So they said like the mics were just a feedback crazy. So when you got to think about it as a battler, when you're hearing that already kind of like throws you a little bit off, because especially for me, right? Like I prepare my material for every letter to be heard, for every word, especially when I'm being direct. Like when I'm battling clips, I'm not doing no random stuff. Like I have 3 rounds. Like, bro, this is what I was trying to tell somebody. I said, bro, the experience that y'all had on pay-per-view shouldn't even be counted against us, because if you ask the battlers like me, Trez, Twerk, all of us who were sparring, they were like, Los. Like Jerry was like, Los, you wrote 3 third rounds, like a 3, like you wrote like a third round for each round. Like that's how direct it was. So when I'm hearing that the sound isn't what it is, and the crowd, you got to think about it. Then the crowd's not even all at the stage. The crowd is spread out. And some people want to lean against the wall. Some people want to sit down and chill. Some people at the bar. Some people, you know what I'm saying? So they all around, and then you got a couple people on stage. And so that kind of messes with you a little bit, and you thinking it's going, all right, cool, let's call an audible. Now, I do remember Easy pulls up, I want to say maybe after the second battle, after Suge and Pain, and I do remember him specifically telling Scoop, yo, you should, I know you paid money for the stage, but you should move it to a pit. Like, I do remember Easy telling him that. And I ain't gonna lie, I would have been for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why we didn't move to a pit, but at that point, I think it's kind of just like, well, we already here. Everybody gonna have the same experience, yada yada. I don't know what the decision was, why they made it. 38 Special was supposed to perform. He didn't perform, and I'm assuming that he didn't perform because of the crowd. Mike issues ain't because of the crowd. Like I'm assuming that. I do know he was there, and I do know he was set to perform. So, but then after that, while people was going up, I think every battler tried to, you got to think about it. Writing your material and performing is one aspect, but like when it's just not, like when the aura of the room is not there, when like the sound, when like things are feeling a little bit off, it's gonna affect you, bro. It's gonna affect you. You could go up there and rap. Cortez and Ill Will, put it this way. Cortez and Ill Will, which was probably the battle of the night, right? According to people. Even the battle of the night online during their battle, I kept seeing everybody saying the crowd has ruined the experience of me watching this battle. And that's the battle of the night. You know what I'm saying? Right. So
Chef Trez complained every round. The crowd is ass. He can hear him ad-libbing in the background.
Oh, for real? I left right before that.
Chef kept saying this crowd is terrible. Ill Will said the same thing too. It was just bad. And why is there only 30 people in the venue? What's going on battle rap? They only got 30 people in the New York City, the so-called mecca of battle rap and hip-hop. And only
supposedly, Cortez told me this. Cortez said there was a free concert in Brooklyn, okay. which was Busta Rhymes, Nems, and he did show me, I ain't gonna lie, he showed me footage and it was packed. Now, granted, I don't know if that's if that necessarily translates to people not showing up to this and that like that. I don't know, but Tez did tell me that Busta and everybody threw a free concert in Brooklyn, I think, or maybe not too far from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? But definitely in New York. And so I was like, all right, that probably has something to do with it. But man, it's crazy that Trez said that, bro, because I'm not gonna lie, bro. Trez and you got to think about it. For Trez, he wrote, no lie, he probably had like over 4 minutes of material each round. So think about it. For a guy like Trez, who usually is not a long-winded rapper, right? Like 230, you know what I'm saying? He's quick, always show professional stuff. For him to take a battle like Hollow and put 430 in it and say, yo, this because this is one of my GOAT battlers, you know what I'm saying? It's like the rebuttal, yada, yada, in New York. And then him not getting reaction like how he wants. I mean, I could understand. I didn't know he was saying that, but if he was, I understand the frustration.
Low, Hollow had to tell Trez during the battle, hey, bro, don't worry about the people in the building not cheering you. Let's worry about the camera. This is Hollow telling Chef Trez this during the battle. You know what I'm saying, bro? This is crazy.
Bro, three, same way for me, bro. Like while I was up there, I'm just like,
even your body language look off. Even you look, your body language
bro, because, bro, I'm going to tell you. So here's the thing. Ward told me, like, in the first, he said, bro, I ain't going to lie, Los. I thought you choked because you had stopped. I said, no. I said, bro, everybody thinks that. That's not what happened. Right. So what you guys weren't able to pick up at home, you weren't able to pick up everything that was, like, going on in the back. Right. Bro, literally, there was the bathroom that was, like the fan in the bathroom, bro. It was so loud. So, like, with the door was open and it was just making so much noise. We like, yo, take care of that. Like we literally telling them take care of that. And then there was like some like ruckus that went on that I stopped for that. No moment did I ever forget. I was locked in. But even with that, bro, like I'm landing certain lines besides my opening rebuttal, nothing else popped. And so yeah, but of course the body language is gonna be off because I'm just like, yo, this is like it's tough to spend time with this material, deliver it. Right. And then the crowd is just standing there. I ain't gonna say who. I had one battler. He got through his material. This battler got through his material and everything. Right. But he started writing probably like the night before. And he got through all 3 rounds. But he told me this. He said same thing, you know what I'm saying? He had a decent battle. I ain't gonna say who, but he basically told me, he was like, look, he basically told me this. He said, honestly, I'm glad I didn't spend that much energy on this material because it wasn't appreciated. He said, like, he literally told me, he said,
is that right to say that though, Los, even though you don't know what's gonna happen?
No. That see, because he didn't know what happened, but he's talking hindsight though. He's looking at hindsight. He's looking at it like, yo, because of what, because he told me, he said, Los, your material, like, bro, he heard my material. Everybody did, bro. Twerk was losing his mind outside. Like, I'm talking about like the rounds I was crafting, how I did it and stuff. But you kind of look at it and you like, damn, bro, sometimes like you have like an event like that, and I don't really think like you could put it. And I saw some battlers like online saying like, oh, well, this what happens when you book those names. I said, bro, the names had nothing to do with it, bro. This not the time.
On paper, this car looked dope on paper. So
this is not the time to go ahead and play that whole rookie vet thing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not this event. It's not like everything was pieced up great. And then all of a sudden the vets just didn't show up. They were choking. I can understand that. That wasn't the case. Everybody, even Clips, who everybody's saying was very, very bad. Look, but he gave you 3 rounds though. You know what I'm saying? Like it was of whatever it was. But I'm just saying like that whole conversation, like, oh, this what happens. Look, they supposed to be the ticket. I said, bro, it has nothing to do with that. It was the like it was just the quality of the night, bro. The quality of the night was just off. The quality of production, you know what I'm saying? Maybe there could have been some adjustments, you know, and like I said, you know, I think you know, Scoop and Street Talk, they want to put out a good product, you know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be learning curves. Everybody knows this, you know what I'm saying? Like it's learning curves for any this, and this is not the first time someone has came in, been able to put together a big card, and then it didn't live up to it because of all the other little things that we might look over. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we just think it's on paper. Hey, if I just get that flyer looking right, everything's gonna fall into place. That wasn't necessarily the case or whatnot. But you know, I gotta listen to his space. I heard he did a space or whatnot, but I still think that for the situation that we was in, that for the battlers to still go up there and, you know, at least try to, you know, rap through it. I mean, it was what it was. If people were in that room, they would be like, yo, I mean, you can't really fault these guys. Like, it is what it is. So
I can't recall the last time I seen a card where damn near every battler looked disinterested or looked at. Listen, you guys are professionals, right? So you guys still gonna do what you got to do at the end of the day, and we know that, right? But we're not done. We know something's going on wrong in the building when everybody, even Twerk looked like, bro. Let me just get through this battle and get up out of here, man.
For real,
Bruce looked like, yo, dog. Let me just get up out of here.
I saw him tweet. I saw him tweet saying that he said he felt like he wasted material.
He had to tell Scoop he had to respect the Scoop. He had to tell Scoop to quiet down a little bit though, because I guess he was talking. I guess Scoop wasn't on stage. He was somewhere in the venue. He said, "Yo, this your venue. This your battle, man. Calm down." I'm like, wow. This is what's going on and everything. Let me ask you this: should up and coming leagues not book battles like Loso, Clips, Hollow, Trash? Should they leave those?
I saw so somebody had told me that there was a conversation that Yoshi had made to Scoop, and Yoshi was like, "You shouldn't have booked those battles. Like, you should have said those battles to your rep."
Is that fair to say?
I don't think so. And I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
You gotta think about it. All of us have been in the game 10 plus years now.
Absolutely.
If battles hadn't got booked yet, they hadn't got booked. You know what I'm saying? Now, a Hollow and a Trez, do I think that is a URL? Yeah, but you got to think about it. If somebody comes in with a bag, and hey, if these battles have not gotten booked, and here's the thing, you got to think about it. He was going to the top tier guys. You know what I'm saying? He wants to book a Hollow. He's in Brooklyn. He wants to book a Hollow. Cool.
Absolutely.
Hollow, who you want? Hollow said he wanted Trez. Hollow said he wanted Trez. You don't think that if URL would have called Hollow? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. TBL, that wasn't the case. You know, whatever it was, like they would end up doing Hollow Jazz, you know, Chef Cash, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is like, yeah, that you would want to see that battle somewhere else. But the problem is like no one went into that event thinking that event wasn't going to go ahead and do numbers. They went into that event hoping that everything was going to be okay. So I don't think it's fair to just say like, yo, a league should touch that. If the bag is there, hey, guess what? It is very, especially in today's climate of battle rap, it is very, 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 I think like, you know, I just think it's unfair to tell a battler like, yo, you shouldn't take that, or a battle rap league owner to say, okay, you should book that, because it should have already happened already. You know what I'm saying? Ill Will Cortez, bro, I'm surprised that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
you're right. I agree with that. I agree. Clip said the battle with you and him was fire on 15 Minutes of Fame. You say what?
Yo, so look, check this out. So you asking me this question, but here's the thing. If you would have asked yo, Letterman, dog, you're terrible, dog.
That's what the brother said. He said this battle was fire. You say what, sir? You say what?
Hey, you know I'm always gonna shout out my own product, bro. You know, so I would say this though. Letterman, here's the thing. All right. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. If you're asking me, Los, what you had, I thought bro, everyone, like this is not just me saying this, was like you know, respectable peers, right? I thought my material was really great. I wouldn't say it was a 5 out of 1, and I'm not even gonna talk about clips. I see that the culture, that's gonna be something else. You know what I'm saying? Let the culture say whatever they want. But here's the thing: if you're just asking me, I'm not gonna say that, because I know when I was in the room and I was delivering my material, how it was being perceived, and then how we had to like stop. And here's the thing: the battle is not just two rappers rapping. It's the mic, bro. I had to get stopped 3 times because of my mic.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Y'all get that. Y'all take care of that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you take care. He was like, take the chain off. I had to like stop for a long time. I'm like, all right, first of all, I tucked my chain in. You told me to tuck my chain in before the battle. Boy, I tucked it in. You know what I'm saying?
Then you still had feedback, bro.
Then he was saying, and that's what they told me. They said, what's that? And then here's the thing. So I took the chain off. Then even after I took the chain off, they still had to come back and fix my mic. That's why the battle can't be good, because there was too many things that were interrupting the flow of it, bro.
The momentum of the battle,
momentum, bro. It was bad.
Right, man. Clip said that you apologized.
No. Let me tell you something, bro. He's first of all. Let me tell you something. Oh my gosh, bro. So the day of the face off, I'm getting text messages, yo. He's talking this, he's talking crazy. I said, yo, what are you talking about? He's like, yo, I had to sell the fight, man. I had to sell the fight. Why are you selling it with some trash? You know what I'm saying? Like some lies. He had to go ahead and spin the block and say something like that because he had already said what he said during the face off. He's making something up of we had like this, like, it was a situation in 2021 when I was recording something and he got in the camera. He didn't want to get in the camera. Like he's like, bro, it's literally like something stupid, but he had to make it out because he told me. He's like, oh, I had to sell it. And I was like, bro, there's just no way that you did all of that at the face off and made people think that it was like no lie. Tink was like, Geechee was like, yo, he was talking like y'all had beat. I said, what the hell? That's why you know that wasn't it. So like for him to even say that, that's that's so stupid.
You don't even beef with nobody. You don't beef with people. You're not even
him either. Him either though. That's the thing. It's like the two. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, come on, bro. And if I did though, but here's the thing though. If I did, I would make it known. Like I'm not even that. You know what I'm saying? Like especially somebody like that. Like come on, bro. Like if I did, if I would go at somebody, it's like somebody who's vocal and present, and you know what I'm saying. But yeah, when that was said, I was like, I don't know what the hell they talking about.
Was this battle the gambling versus addiction battle? I mean, that's
what
this battle for promoting the gambling versus addiction.
And I'm so mad that that was. I'm so mad that was the narrative because like while it was happening, because my third round was really with all the female stuff. That's what I really wanted to make sure that was highlighted, and I thought I had some good stuff there, but like I said, because it wasn't being able to be conveyed or heard through the sound and stuff like that, it kind of like diluted the message, But yeah, that's what it kind of seemed like. That's what he was trying to make it seem like. Drinking and gambling. It was like, get up out of here, bro.
Why do some people have clips winning this battle, in your opinion?
I
think they drunk for that.
Yeah. And I think, bro, no lie, there were times in the room when, and I told somebody else this, I said, bro, it got to a point where he kind of like turns battles into like wilding out battles, bro. Where it's not even, bro, where it's like
he got you laughing and shit about it,
bro. Because
said, no, don't fall for the laughter.
Because it's literally, but it's not a laughing with him. It's a laughing at him type of thing.
Right.
Like
the footage killer, man. The footage killer.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, and I'm laughing because they're like there were times where like he would say something and they were like, I was just like, bro. Like the R. Kelly line, I heard it from like a mile away, bro. And I said, I look at the crowd, but here's the thing, y'all can't hear it though. But the crowd is like this, and I'm like, what? Like what are we talking about right here? You know what I'm saying? And so, I just think that unfortunately, in that room when you've been standing up to like 11 or 12 o'clock, whatever time we get on there, you start. The only thing you can digest, for lack of better terms, the only thing you can really like let resonate with your mind at that time is the spoon-fed stuff, bro. Is the wild and out type of stuff. And so you're seeing somebody who is obviously a name and you're used to reacting to his big moments. So you're gonna go ahead and give them a little bit more grace. But when I'm over here layering stuff and I'm in an angle and I'm direct and I'm coming in, I'm not at that point, it's like, oh, you don't even have the brain capacity to kind of deal with all that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So
did he show you on Bullpen?
Nah, I was never booked for him. Mm-mm.
No, this wasn't a Bullpen battle before? You
nah.
No, okay, I'm tripping.
Yeah.
I feel like his battles on Bullpen and everything like that.
Yeah.
Man. Do you think he's a footage killer?
I won't say that. That see for me though, I would say what really killed it was just like was all the other things too. I mean, but I also do think that I'm standing there and I'm like, man, bro, people are kind of having a hard time. Like now, I heard some other people use that terminology for him though, and I heard some people say, you know, like, yo, this just wasn't. Especially here's the thing, Clips, you can't do that, especially after a week with Top Floor, where a lot of people was like, yo.
He
That was
lost.
really and it was bad, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, you look at it and you like, and then we we was outside and he told us, he was like, oh, I'm clipped up. I can't play with Loso. Yeah, I got 4 minutes. He did have material, but it was like, oh, okay, maybe that's just what he does now.
I gotta be honest, you're one of the dope anglers in battle rap, right? Do you feel your angles hit hard like that, like you usually do though, for the whole year you've been having? This one of your lightest battles, you feel?
Man, yeah, but here's the thing though, Letterman, like I'm gonna keep saying it, bro. I can't even defend it now, right? Because it's like the product is out there, and this is how it was packaged. But if you're just telling me on paper, bro, it was really, really good material. Am I gonna say it's the best? Nah, because you know I'm sitting on like 3 or 4 performances this year that's really, really good. But with this one though, I'm like, yo, I really, really enjoyed it, and he's a tough guy to battle because he's battled 100 million times. So it's like, how do you say something refreshing or new, especially the gambling thing, which is really true. But it's like, all right, you know, how many times we want to hear somebody say that to him? So I'm looking at it like, people are gonna judge this battle based off the experience that they had at the house. To me, I almost feel like, you know what, then just gray it out, just null and void it. Like it shouldn't hurt nobody. I mean, the people who choked or the people who was just really, really terrible, cool. But I don't think it should help or hurt nobody. I don't think it should be like, oh, well, he has such and such on his resume. It's like, nah, because you know, we don't really know. Like it was just a bad product, unfortunately, because like the mics and all the other sound stuff.
The whole night was weird though, Lo. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It wasn't just you though, brother. The whole night was just weird.
No, I know every the fact that you told, look, put it this way, like I said, I left because you gotta think about it. I was there since 4. So think about it. So once I was done, I left. And for you to tell me that Trez and Hollow had a hard time, Twerk and Scenes had a hard time, and how was Top and Fonz?
Too friendly for me.
Yeah, see?
Way too friendly for my liking. And I gotta be honest, Fonz usually has a poker face when he battles. He's laughing too. T-Top is not even rapping. It just from Big K to Tink down, I'm like, all right, man, this is not. Well, I don't like.
You like yo, 3. I know the Big K. I know the Big K and T. You said to yourself, all right, you know what? That wasn't good, but it could only go up from here. And it was like, wow.
This first night of the night sets the tone low. So I'm like, all right.
Oh my God.
This one set the tone like, I don't know, man. All right. What's your scoop do next time? You're a battle rapper. You've been there for over 10 years. If you had a suggestion as a battle rapper, what would you suggest up and coming leagues like Scoop and Now or Never and Street Entertainment do moving forward? Or is it their fault? It's out of their hands.
Yeah, that situation, there was a lot of things. So for instance, I mean, I don't know about the I think the marketing, I think you need to figure out like a marketing strategy, right? Especially in a specific area. Look around, what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Don't just, you can't just pull to the T-Top event and be like, oh, well, look, T-Top had all these, you know, because T-Top also has relationships with these battlers that are doing him favors. So he's not coming out of pocket a lot, right? Twerk ain't charging. Like these are his boys like that. So he's able to put together an event where financially it's a come up. And then on top of that, you know, it's just he has a different rapport with the culture than you. You know what I'm saying? So when he's putting together something like that in Brooklyn, a lot of people gonna pop out. Now and he also did a 2-day event, right? Now, so kind of do your little research as far as like, yo, what am I trying to accomplish in this specific area, and what are my pros and cons of doing this? You might not be able to do an event in Brooklyn. You might be able to do it somewhere, whatever it is. On top of that, I do think that a lot of like, if you're going to be spending X amount of dollars per battle, you should say to yourself, well, I should feel comfortable with spending this money on a cameraman and a sound man. And Avo is just that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what Avo price is, but here's the thing. I will say this though. He's worth every penny though, whatever it is. I mean, I don't know what it is, but he's worked because, bro, when's the last time somebody's complained about an Avo stream?
Nobody complains about Avo events.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody. And so he's gonna have it, Chris. He's gonna have it rolling. And then on top of that, he's not just a cameraman that's just like behind the camera. Like, bro, I've seen him orchestrate events. Like, yo, he put it this way, he definitely would have put everybody in the pit last night. He would have been like, hey, we're changing this up. Because it's his brand, it's his name. He's slapping "Ruin Your Day" on it. He knows that this gonna be my product as well. So he's gonna help you delegate. Like, yo, let him do this, and then he's also gonna help you kind of like execute what you want to be done inside the venue. And so I just think somebody like that. I think put some money towards that and just and just figure it out. And then sometimes, bro, like I tell people, sometimes you need only I think you need to build a team. You want to build a team around you where you're not necessarily doing everything, bro. You're not having to do everything, and you're able to kind of delegate and execute on the day of, and even like the day before and the day after and stuff. So that's just a big thing.
Talk to me about the Gym War battle.
Fire, bro. Fire. Another, went up there, Geechee joint. That was out in Jacksonville. I do feel like I wish they would have came down to Tampa. I definitely would, we would have packed that mug out or whatnot. But it was a Jacksonville dope event, and I mean, great material. You know what I'm saying? I'm a J Moore fan. I'm a J Moore fan, bro. Me too. And I thought I had some. Yeah, I thought I had some fire stuff for J Moore. Even J Moore told me. J Moore was just like, bro, like Los, like you was talking to me. You know what I'm saying? And so it was a good battle, bro. Great battle. Can't wait till that drops.
Your year so far. How do you feel about your year so far in 2025?
I think it's dope. I think you really can't hate on it or whatnot. I think there's only besides my
City Towers.
I had like that was just a weird that was just a weird weird battle. I honestly there's only my Castro second round. You know what I'm saying? My Castro second round where I kind of went blank for a little bit. But I told that's why when Let's Talk Battle Rap put out their power rankings, right? And they had me at 15, I was like, and I talked to them, they kept bringing up the Castro joint. But here's the thing. I was like, power rankings don't work like that. That was week 1. I battled Castro February. I said, think about it. If the Knicks lose to the Hornets in October, and you doing the power rankings in February, and these cats don't win on a 20-game winning streak, what you gonna do? You gonna bring that up? No, it's about momentum. You can't tell me 15 battlers are hotter than Loso right now, or are more on a roll, or are a better battler in your opinion, especially the times that I'm doing. I'm doing it week to week, doing 2 in 1 weekend, boom, boom, pay-per-view, non-pay-per, boom, boom, high name, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, Jerry West 1 week, you know what I'm saying? Week 1 of the tournament. Then y'all want to talk about all those other, the no names in that tournament. Oh, boom, I got Jerry at this one. Then I got Jay Moore the next one. You know what I'm saying? Then I got, so to me, it's just like, then I feel like I got one of the strongest performances of the year with J2 and, all these other joints and stuff. So where I may not necessarily have like the big names on the resume, I do think that the work ethic though is there. And so, let the cards feel, we still got some more time to do what it is. I've never been like on a Cody campaign. You won't see me do that, but I do appreciate people who do show love and saying that stuff. And I think that, yeah, bro, I do think like it's very, very hard pressed to say that Loso's not a top 10 battler this year.
What do you got going? You got anything going brewing for the rest of the year? How many more battles?
Yeah. I got
talk about it.
Yeah, there's one that I can't talk about.
Okay.
But you'll see when it happens or whatnot. And then but obviously the next one up right now is Fawn's second round. So we got that August 16th, Cleveland. We still waiting on T-Top to announce where he's gonna do his championship round, but we got Fawn's in Cleveland. That's August 16th. That's me versus Cash. Is it Cash Money? Man, I know it's Cash. And that's bad that I can't. I know, but what's crazy is that's not even me trying to play. I really don't want to say Cash. I'm supposed to say maybe it might be Cash Money or something like that. So Cash something, but yeah.
Are you bringing home the money?
Yeah, bro. That's the goal, bro. Like I said, Jerry was my toughest one for me. That's what I felt. But regardless, though, I'm gonna treat all of them like Jerry. So that's.
I know you are. I know that's one thing. I know you are. Couple questions here. Lux and
we're still trying to get a 2-on-2 book, bro. So,
you in Ward?
Me and Ward, yeah. We keep trying to put that out there. People keep, we feel like we undefeated still. You know what I'm saying? We got 4 2-on-2s under our belt, and it is what it is. We always put on a good performance. So we just like trying to do one every year, but we'll see what happens.
Lux or Twerk?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be honest, bro. With that one, I kind of see Twerk. I just don't. If it was in New York, bro, I would be like, all right, it's a 50-50 joint. I just don't know what Luck's gonna be able to do with Twerk in London on that big stage. I just don't.
Did he lose in London to Arsenal? Twerk?
I did edge Arsenal, but that's not saying that. Yeah, but you know, I don't know, bro. Like that was what 8 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a lot. And Ars was able, but there's the thing though. Ars has been overseas. Ars is an international star, and his like his content just translates better over there. I don't know if Lux translates over there. I just don't. Mm-hmm. I just don't. That's nothing to say about Lux. Arsenal, if Arsenal's battling Lux in London, I would say the same thing. Because Arsenal, first of all, Arsenal battling anyone in London. Like Arsenal's arguably the biggest star in London. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be real. And so so him beating Twerk ain't really, you know, but I would just say on that stage, bro, over there, I'm just because of just what I know, I'm just gonna say Twerk. But if the people do rock with Twerk, if London is rocking with Twerk, if they're able to kind of like follow along with his flow, and you know, because he be like, bro, he talks, you know, in like this like abstract way, you know, everything's almost like a metaphor, and so I'm just very curious how it translates over there. So I'm gonna go with the safer bet.
All right. And when is the tournament again? When T-Top, does T-Top have a date for this?
Nah, not that I know, bro. So make sure y'all stay on him about that. Yeah,
and I don't know when. The Fonz
August 16th. That's the next one. August 16th.
All right.
Yeah. And we try and we try and get on Summer Madness, bro. So let's do this.
Okay, so who would you want on
SM? Swamp Ave. Who else, bro?
Oh, are you surprised you went Ave haven't battle yet? Are you surprised you went Ave?
All three of them. All three. Swamp Ave and Nitty. Yeah. Swamp Ave. But I'm cool with that though, because I like those battles to happen when they like on a good situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't want to just do that like on a private event somewhere. Like I would want those battles to happen when they need to. So, but all three of those though, like I would definitely battle either one. Yep.
Are you in conversations with
Suge? Okay. Yeah. TBL?
Are you in TBL ever in conversation with them?
Yeah. You know, especially because you know I felt like I gave them the best performance and whatnot. But yeah, for two times, they're in conversations right now to get me on before the end of the year twice. Okay. So yeah.
All right. Loso, I appreciate you as always, King. You know how we rock, man.
Yes, sir, man. Take it easy, bro. Bless.
My guy. Shout out to my brother Loso. You know the vibe.